What's going on, everyone? Hope you're good. Hope you are well. It is Thursday, and yeah, I'm not gonna waste much time here. We got a lot to do, a lot to discuss. Go ahead, grab your Sour Patch Kids or your favorite snack of choice, because we've got some Mount Rushmore, if you will, or some people say perfect 10. Some people say 10 fragrances for life. Uh, Really quick, we have a few things to go over. First of all, hi, Plethora, my number one fan. Great to see you. Thank you for at least finally stopping in on the stream. Maybe one day we'll have you on stream. You can speak your piece, but not right now, not today. At least not in these moments, Uh Want to also say hey to uh Rich Mitch. Great channel. Check him out. Rich Mitch is the name. Thank you for stopping by. Gorguts, good to see you, bro. Thank you for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. And it means a lot that you came by during your break. I know you'll come by after work. And look, the fact that you showed up at all is what really matters. Stacks in the building. Great to see you, bro. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Captain, my captain. Great to see you. uh, Skells, awesome, Chris, the Canadian, Germs, and Pete, Raf, thank you, and Joel, yo, great to see you, Mike. I may have passed out backstage. Yeah, we kind of figured that. That's why we went ahead and just helped you out. But it's funny you're right here right now. I guess I'll kind of skip along really quick. Something showed up, so I might as well do a little bit of an unboxing really quick. Lewis, thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate you. Check out Lewis's channel. I am Lewis Fragrances. Um, Sticks, great to see you. Hi, Josephine. Hello, Sticks. Always great to have you, though. Nah, seriously, I appreciate you. Uh, How am I feeling, Captain? I am sore. I've been having physical therapy. I can't even lift two blankets. If I'm being honest, I can't even lift two blankets. Yeah, it's rough out here for sure. Um, it's really just weak and everything pulls. I mean, I can lift the blankets like if my life depended on it, but as a whole, yeah, no, I cannot lift the blankets. I feel the pulling on the site that they repaired and everything. Ken's BS and Shaving, great to see you. Zahar Rose, number one. Michael Malal, definitely nowhere near this list, and I can actually safely say Zahar's Rose is not number one. So stay tuned, Jad. But great to see you. Captain, though, thank you for asking. No more painkillers. I haven't done it since you told me not to that day. Uh, I actually have been fully natural at this point. I was taking Motrin like for the following 2-3 days, but no more no more perks. I know like I was partially joking, but as a person who has dealt with their share of bouts with that, that is no joke really worth joking about. Um and thank you, Captain. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying. I can, raise my arm like this, but you still see I have all the bruising. But any other motions, like even just doing this right now to go back, it's uncomfortable. It's rough. Um, I'm gonna try this Michael Kors for men now while you unbox that. Bet, Lewis. Awesome. Yes, we can do that. Oh, okay. Finally, this thing's finally giving it a little bit. Like I said, I don't have the full strength, so it's kind of hard for me. I'm like having to really use my left hand to pop this box open. But in true uh, fashion, these packages always come protected, you know? So, but I've gotten it open enough. Those who know what this looks like. So, we have not one, but two Making Sense fragrances. Superman is vulnerable. What? Vulnerable to green rocks. Joey is vulnerable to blankets. Yo, you wild. I so I placed an order recently because uh tomorrow I will be going to New Jersey, Atlantic City for a convention. I may or may not live stream, not sure yet. But I wanted to bring one of these on so this way I kind of had an experience, kind of like the last time when I did the Mr. Miami and Tropicana Hotel vid. And this was the exact one I was hoping for. So this is the one I'll be wearing. This is the Making Sense new Coconut Bay, which is basically a bay rum fragrance. Spicy, kind of sweet, a little bit of booze so far. And I'm saying that like from what I'm smelling now, the atomizer. I don't know the actual technical notes yet, but this is almost like a spiced lemon cake, at least lemon rum cake from the atomizer. Let me get some time. I'll wear this later. I'll make it my scent of the day. Y'all will get my thoughts soon. It's not even the purpose of this video here. I'm just here, you know. LX Fragrances, amazing startup channel. Great to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Check him out. The man is doing lives. The man is doing reviews. The man is awesome just as a genuine person, and I appreciate it. So go ahead and check out LX Fragrances reviews channel. Get creative. Use your feet to unbox things. Absolutely not, because those who know me know I hate feet, but I appreciate the suggestion, Jad. Thank you. Dan and Malik, great to see you, bro. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. What are you smelling like tonight to go ahead and get every woman in Vegas to love you? Let me know what your scent of the day is. Let me know what everyone's scent of the day is while I'm unboxing this. This next one, I know what it is because it is a little bit of Savage, very much unAVERAGE though because it's coming from Mike, and we are talking about 4.0 Elixir. I got this because I know I say that I don't like blue fragrances, but at the same time they do serve a purpose. It is about to be like spring and fall, and you know, at the end of the day, little 4.0 Elixir definitely makes things nice. So this is obviously for those who may be living under a rock, inspired by Dior Homme Elixir. Oh, not Dior Homme Elixir. What am I talking about? Dior Sauvage Elixir. I haven't had my coffee today. I'm sorry. Whoa, this is good. See? I told you about that Michael Kors for Men, Lewis. Mikey Dins putting out lots of bangers. Lemon cakes. We don't mention her. We don't talk about lemon cakes. No, no, no. Why live? Good. That's actually underrated, captains. You know, you have really good fragrance taste. You know, I know you said that you just got the YEDT. So do you have all of them? EDP, T, live, and what else? Do they have a parfum? Oh, the white one, fresh. Making sense. You go. A. What's up, Cartoon Kid? Great to see you. By the way, I don't know if you're still looking, but Time to Musk Up did have a bottle of Libre. I know last week you had mentioned it on one of the streams. So, Cartoon Kid, hit up Time to Musk Up. I don't know how you would do it, or if you want to contact me. I don't know if you have an Instagram, if you know how to find me on Instagram, but it is AN_unAVERAGE Joe, and I could almost be like the bridge between you two if you are still interested in Libre. I will point you in Rudy's direction. So if you can, shoot me a message there or an email. Everything will be in the description after. Who is that guy? I don't know. Who is that guy? Good to see you. Good to see you, Rudy. Uh, I have Live Fresh, EDT, and PA. Yeah, the wine line, they are compliment monsters. I completely agree, Captain. I completely agree. Son of the Day is Obsession. I thought he was obsessed with EDP, says Skills. Why YSL Loam Old Team? Yeah, it's great to see everyone. And by the way, check out Time to Muskup's channel because he is and has the PhD of EDP. And not that he's a perfumist, but just that he knows that much about everything regarding fragrance. He'll definitely help you out and worth checking out. Hey, it is kind of weird, but look, I'm glad you're here though. Cuddles Crew, Son of the Day, Coconut Bay, one spray only. Yeah, yo, it's funny that you're saying that, Neil, because look what I have. Just came in. I'm gonna be wearing it like the next couple of days while I go to Atlantic City and whatnot. Tonight, I don't go tonight. I go tomorrow. But I'm just saying, like, I'll wear it tonight. I'll wear it tomorrow. Coconut Bay could be toned down. Add more lime. Okay, good. See, I haven't worn it yet because that wasn't the purpose of the video. That just came up at my doorstep right before I decided to do this video. Thanks, man. I was actually looking for Lomo team. Good looking out. Oh yeah, Lomo team. Wait, Rudy, y'all are here now. Y'all talk. I did my part. I'm sorry. I haven't had any coffee today. Haven't had any Sour Patch Kids either. Joe, did you see Cuddles in 2001? His new vid? I have not. Today has been a wild day. Um, Shouts to all peeps in the chat. So many names to type. Yes, thank you, Joel. And it's only coconut and bay rum. Hey, well, listen. Either way, I'm sure there'll be something, and let's see, maybe tomorrow when I'm around all of everyone at this convention, maybe they'll like it. Just like how I like basically these 11 fragrances. Technically, it's 10. It is a top 10 list, yes. But there is 11 because one of these 10 fragrances for life is discontinued far off. And I'm not going to you know, beat a dead horse or nothing, but we already know that the honorable mention is Japan Noir, bergamot, leather, incense, jasmine, vetiver. It's good. Really, really good. They should have never discontinued this. They should have brought it back the same way they brought Amber Absolute back. What are y'all doing, Tom Ford? A part of their private blend? Japan Noir. Honorable mention. Yo, what's up, I Smell? Check out I Smell's channel. Great channel. Mike, thank you for stopping by. Uh, for the purposes of not confusing everyone, though, I'll just say I Smell because Mike is also making sense. Neil, it's strong like you, my friend. LOL. It has 5 elements. Shouts out to the 5 moves of doom. Add a quarter perfumer's alcohol to the bad boy. Plethora. I smelled the. Okay, plethora. Classy. So, to this list, because a lot of people have a lot to say. Up first, within the actual realms of this list, now that I've done the unboxing, done everything, we are discussing a fragrance that the brand is why it's top 10. Not that this fragrance that I'm holding up is, but the brand is. And I really like it. I will always have some variation of this. We are talking about the Aqua Digio line. Right now, for me today, it's Profundo Lights. After this is done, it may become Acquadigio EDP. I mean, whatever the parfum, the new one that just came out. Or I may try to find a bottle of Profumo. But it's Acquadigio, or it's Profumo, or it's Profundo Lights, or it's EDP, or if they come out with something else down the line. But in the year of 2022, really 2021 into 2022, it's this, but for the 10 fragrances for life, it will be some version of Acquadigio. Number 10. Boost, great to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I've only tried OG and Profumo. Okay, if you like greener, then go greener, a little bit spicier because it's cardamom. Go Profundo Lights. It's a little brighter too. Has a little bit more going on. If you just want like Blue de Chanel Acquadigio fusion, then Terre d'Hermes all day long. Is that why? I'll wait. I'll wait. Plethora. Suddenly, I kind of feel like why you are here right now. You might be the Terre d'Hermes police. Word Profundo. Interesting. You didn't know that, Chris. Shouts out. Top notes for Coconut Bay, really quick as a brief introduction, are coconut and cinnamon, blackcurrant and cardamom, tonka, musk, no Rudy, benzoin, leather, ambergris, clove, and rum. There you go. There you have it. Those are your notes. Uh, Tom Ford is gonna come out with the reserve collection at gold plaques to the bottle and charge 100. They did it before. They'll do it again. You know, you're not wrong with that. But hey, shouts out to Getting Busted, Coast Crew. I do. I really use it. I got a bottle from brother-in-law last weekend. Cuddles. Lex's baby runs the way. Jesus Christ, boost. Uh, Rudy is spitting. Armani hasn't created anything new in like 20 years. Well, exactly. That's why I'm just saying that one of those Armanis will be rotated always in and out. No Neo Coconut. There will be Coconut Bay Lime just for Neo down the line. Breaking news. There you have it. Uh, I cast Joe into my 58-inch TV. Hey, freshly squeezed, freshly faded. I guess you do not. I guess you have Terre d'Hermes in the top 10. Absolutely not, Plethora, because I knew you were going to be here. And because of that, I decided not to. You know, sorry. Not sorry. I love Acquadigio Profumo. To me, that one's a banger. And actually, really quick, I'll just get into it. Plethora, I do not like Terre d'Hermes. I respect it as a fragrance, but I don't like Terre d'Hermes. Smells like a dirty orange that rolled around in some grass. But I respect it. I appreciate it. You know, I'm not saying it sucks. It's just not for me. I get busted though. Oops. Uh, okay, so I've caught up. They only do because people buy it. Exactly. They only do it because people buy it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, well, hey, I'm sorry you're sorry. Uh, unAVERAGE Joe equals very nice, very evil. Abercrombie and Fitch first instinct. And I predict Joe will love Coconut Bay. It's more, I hope so. I mean, not that I hope so. I'm sure it's a good fragrance either way, but I probably will. Again, I'll be wearing it almost probably this from now until the end of the beginning of the week. But number 9. Speaking of Armani, speaking of rotation again, I kind of left these two spots. So this one is because at the end of the day, those who know me know I love Tonka. We're talking about the Code line. This time it's a Code Absolute. Again, 2021. 2022 is Code Absolute. If I finish the bottle, it may not be Code Absolute. It may be Code Parfum. It may just be back to the original code. Me personally, my personal favorite, if I had the choice, would be Code Ultimate. That was a nice mix of almost Armani Code meets Dior Homme Intense. But hold on, I kind of missed this comment from Jay. Abercrombie and bitch. Yo, I thought I said Fitch. I'm dead. But hey Jim, great to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I don't mind this one. It's decent. I got it as a gift, which is why I'm saying I'll finish it. It has enough tonka to kind of mask it. It has this fizziness in the orange mandarin with the leather suede with the suede. You know, I I like it. It's not a bad fragrance, and more people like it on me. So it is somewhat of a compliment getter, but as a whole, this isn't my favorite code from the line. Again, Ultimate is, and then I'd have to give respect to the regular code. I prefer this over Profumo, but that's about as far as I'll go. Less than Mohicans, yes, I'm a fan. So many months. Shouts out to AEW. Romantic Bug Spray. The best code is the original. Again, I like the Ultimate, but it's splitting hairs because I really love Dior Homme Intense, and so that's why I got like some of those Dior Homme Intense vibes. What up, Joey? Great to see you, John. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, this is for life. I thought it was a spring. Nah, nah, Rudy. I just did my spring list like last week. This is me trying to act like I'm an actual YouTuber and drop some list. Really, this is filler content because Sunday I have Sarah from Glam Finds continuing our sample series, and she's gonna share her thoughts with me while I give most of the rest of my first impressions on the House of Authenticity perfumes. And she's tried some other ones, so like it'll be good to get female opinion, male opinion, first impression, somebody who's familiar with the line. Sarah is awesome. So I'm looking forward to doing that collaboration. And then Monday, we're doing my giveaway for this and a few more samples. So lots of content coming to you. And there may even be a pre-recorded video for my New Jersey adventures. I don't know yet. We'll see. Uh, number eight. Number eight is number eight because it is kind of expensive. I don't see myself buying another bottle, but I will keep this bottle, and I have enough of it. I think GS. I don't GS. Who's GS? Neil. Absolute people. Oh, I know who GS is. Never mind. Never mind. I actually think you're right though, to a degree about that. But it's great to have my bro Jonathan in here. Great to see you. I have to run now. Hey, take care, Plethora. See you soon. Hopefully, one day we could have you on stream, man, because I want to hear what you have to say. So I like them thick all year. Hey, that's what she said. Uh, are you okay, Jed? Are you okay, Jed? I'm not okay. I'm not the biggest fan of Tonka. It gets too sickly sweet. I get that. I know everyone won't be a fan, but I'm a fan. Now Michelle is hyping up Cool Water Intense. I'm sorry. Whatever you do, don't become a shill for Authenticity Perfumes. I could guarantee you I'm not going to become a shill because I've already reviewed a whole bunch of their stuff and they haven't even like liked my post. So I appreciate authenticity. And so, you know, but no, seriously, I'm not going to be a shell of authenticity. I mean, they have some decent stuff for the price point, but I did like Fresh Boss. I'm not going to act like I didn't like Fresh Boss. I like Fresh Boss. It's a nice spicy scent. Reminds me of Arbor from the Body Shop. My keyboard glitches. Oh, One of the best time. Amorous Tobacco Reserve I have heard. I had timer set for 3 p.m. Got you. Great to see, Jim. I appreciate it. Yeah, Judge shows running around. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There are some unauthentic authenticity perfume shows. Her cool water. That was a tongue twister. Holy shit. Raph, good to see you. P33, which I did just do a first impression on. Compliments today at the chiropractor. Hey, it does sit close to the skin. Sicilian cypress does smell better than Roja Apex, and I don't need to smell it. Anyways, number 8 on the list, we are talking about Bois d'Argent from Christian Dior. This is a vintage bottle. I've had this bottle since 2013. Hero, the hype man Yurizuka was still reviewing. That's how long I've had this bottle. This is a 4.2 ounce. Iris, myrrh, honey, a little bit of vetiver. I think there's like a lemon in here. And some other floral going on. But this fragrance is so good. Also, not sure if I said hey to Germs. Good to see you, Germs. This fragrance is good. It will sit close to the skin, but this is like a really just welcoming scent in terms of just being pleasant. You're not going to make anyone mad. Nobody's going to hate this fragrance. They may hate the performance for the price, but they're not going to hate this. It's kind of even a little bit powdery, musky, but not like animal musk. It's good. It's really good. And just best privé still, period dot. This will always be in my collection. There's nothing better than original Italian cypress. I've heard that Mike's is on par though. I haven't tried it myself, but honey iris myrrh, exactly. And iris a year before Dion. Yes. Very nice vibe. Just a classic fragrance that works well. Really, it could be a signature scent. Luxurious. Smell BDA on paper early 2019. I only smell the paper. Yeah, you gotta wear this on skin though, Chad. You gotta wear this on skin. So we are there. Number 7 is a I have it nice. Mitza. Mitza's really good. I want vetiver. Ricci for men. Amazing choice, John. Favorite. That's the other one I need to get favorite. Because Tonka. Anyways, while he's here, see what time it is? Number 7. It's time to musk up. Kiehl's Original Musk. This is just good, man. This is lavender. This is musk. There's like spices in here, like clove, coriander. A little like a bright, I don't want to say citrus opening, but it has like a citrus, very bright top really quick, but then it just turns into that musk. It's synthetic. It is absolutely synthetic. It is absolutely synthetic, but love OG musk. Prefer 40 knots. Kiehl's Original Musk. This is the EDT. This will always be in my collection. I mean, I got this in 2018. And even with me moving, not having my collection for almost a whole year, look at how much of a I mean, granted, part of this was evaporation too. I'm not going to lie. But as a whole, you can't go wrong with this. But that is for the man's man. That is absolutely for the man's man. It's not for the faint of heart. Not everyone will like it, but those who want to come off like a DILF, go ahead and get that. One that won't come off like a DILF, but does draw a lot of attention in strip clubs, I could attest to that, is not that. This one. Back to Black from By Killian. Cardamom, honey, raspberry. Really, and tobacco, obviously. Really good stuff. Powdery. Now here's the thing. This bottle is vintage. The newer bottles will be neutered. The newer bottle isn't what I fell in love with. So I don't know. I still love the scent as a whole, but the performance is not the same, but it's still up there as far as some of my most enjoyable fragrances. I do really enjoy the original musk, me personally, Lewis. Jeremy said it smelled like real deer musk. It didn't smell like no damn deer musk. And it's the closest thing he's had to smell the real thing. Unless he had the actual parfum version, which I didn't see the video, but it is dirty. It is a dirty musk, almost pissy, but it is so good. Kiehl's is an excellent musk. Sadly, I don't own it because it gives me the same feeling that the body. Ooh, and what feeling is that, Jim? Let me know. I have fondness for Back to Black because I take honey in my coffee. Hey, I have musk-based attar coming in the mail. Let's hope it turns out well. Hey, hope it does turn out well, Rudy. I have an older bottle of Back to Black. It's nice. That's what I'm saying. The older bottle's good, and then they went ahead and got bought out by Estee Lauder, and it just became like a total shit show. But prior to that, yes, the older bottle was good, and I'd recommend it 10 out of 10, which is why it's a part of the perfect 10 collection, as one Lupe experience would have said once upon a time. Yeah, that's a great one. And yes, never. Nice jab from who? So, yeah, we're about halfway through the list, so I might as well go ahead and drop the middle of the road fragrance. Me personally, I prefer this than the other offerings, so that's why, unlike the Armani's beforehand, this is higher up. We're talking about Blue de Chanel uh, Parfum. This one is Blue de Chanel DNA. I mean, it's this or Vogue Elysium are your two best blue fragrances. Period. Dot. This now that I'm older, when I first Blue de Chanel was first released and I was in my 20s, it made sense to have the EDT. Not only that, but that was the only one I could have gotten. But now that I have variety, EDP has more of the woods. It's deeper, less grapefruit, but you still get that citrus top. You have a little bit more incense. I feel the out of shower clean musky feeling with the Kiehl's original musk. Absolutely. Such a good one. 15 compliments with blue in one day or like total period? Let me know. Joe's bringing us the fire. Hey, I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to heat things up because I'm on the road to 2K and I'm trying to get to this 24-hour stream for you all. I'm trying to get these giveaways going. I'm just trying to build this channel and this platform because y'all deserve authentic content. I'm just saying. Very few people bring it the way I can on reviews. Killian ain't killing it in the Middle East. I only found one dusty tester bottle in the mall. Vodka on the rocks. It smells nice. It smells nice, but it's not worth the price, in my opinion. Although I do I prefer Bamboo Harmony even over Vodka over the rocks. But right now it ain't about that. The Back to Black is really good for the strip clubs. But Blue de Chanel is just good whenever. You could wear this in the office. You could wear this on a date. You could wear this going to grocery store. It doesn't matter. The same way Captain would wear the Y line from YSL is the same way you could wear Blue de Chanel, EDP, Parfum, or EDT. Now, granted, some people are having bad performance with this Parfum version. And yes, it costs much more for much less. But that's fine because at this point in my life, like I said, I'm not big on that many blue fragrances. So I don't mind getting that when Sephora or Macy's or somebody does a semi-annual sale. Actually, even Ulta does a semi-annual sale. I prefer the entire Chanel lineup, but Blue de Chanel never understood the hate because it was well received. But my favorite is still the EDT. I mean, a lot of people prefer that EDT. Even Captain likes BDC, so the Chanel. So there you go. Shouts out. Cheers to Captain. I got 4 left. Number 4, I'm just gonna go ahead and roll it out really quick. Shouts out to all my roses. Of course, this is where number 4 is. I know, shocker, right? I've won this much juice in 1 year and it's only number 4. How is it possible? You know, I have a backup bottle. How is it possible that like this is only number 4? I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, I really love this, and this I could see this being a signature scent for me just because it is unAVERAGE. But this is really good, but it's still not like a number 1. Like I'm thinking on what is this main signature scent for me, and for those of you who know me will know what number 1 already is. But this really good stuff. Absolutely could be number 1. Honestly, these final 4 could be number 1, but this was the least versatile. I'll say least versatile. Rose, incense, a little bit of sugarcane, kind of fizzy, a little bit of musk, some oud, but mainly a rose incense fragrance. So there you go. Must SQ Atard. Jeez, that's a lot. I'm Lewis. Top 4 in no particular order. Now there's still a sense of an order because, like I just said, that one's the least of the versatile. And then you're gonna see least of the versatile, and or like I prefer notes of something else, and you'll see exactly where I'm going in a few seconds. Tandy, none experience more. Hey, Percival, great fragrance. Well, good fragrance from Parfums de Marly. Number 3 is, those who know me know I like fruit, especially kiwi. This fragrance, when I found out it had kiwi, I got it. And here you're gonna get kiwi leather with a classic DNA in the mix, you know. And so I do enjoy it. Is it the most authentic fragrance? Absolutely not. Is it like the well blended fragrance? No. I don't have nostalgic ties to this other than, you know, my recent obsessions with kiwi, but as a whole, it is a pretty good fragrance. I could get it for cheap. So why not keep it around longer? We're talking about Bora Bora. Wow, it's Bora Bora from Liz Claiborne. And so this 100 ml is $15. First of all, let's get that out of the way. So yes, I will be able to maintain a bottle of this. This is not the greatest fragrance in the world. But again, because of the connections, the ties, because of the fact that it is different. You know, kiwi leather, who would have thought of that? You know, and it has a sense of freshness. I wanted to try Bora Bora, but they don't have it in the UK. Oh no. Somebody gotta try to get this man a thing of Bora Bora. I like the Barbers more than Platinum. Nico West. Trying to be unique. Good deal. But yeah, Bora Bora. Versatile, spring, You could pull it off on a summer night. You could pull it off on the fall. You could even pull this off on the winter, in my opinion, because the leather makes this stand out more and durable, while the notes of like the kiwi and the florals definitely allow it to be more spring and summertime. So good stuff. Number three, right there, Bora Bora. Number two is I mean, come on, we're talking about me here. I love Tonka, and my name is Joe. Tonka, Joe Malone. Tonka, lavender. And I don't care what you tell me, there's oud in here. Doesn't last at all. You know, I paid like almost $150 for this 50 ml, and only gives me like 3 to 4 hours. But at the end of the day, this is some solid stuff. I do enjoy this fragrance, and yeah, really good. So I have no problem keeping this for the rest of my life. I really enjoy it, and I mean, it's just sexy, it's sensual, you know. So yeah, I appreciate you all for stopping by. There's still a number one, there is, but I figured I'd go ahead, you know, drop the link now to prep people. Joe, dry down, low down. None of my Joe. Yeah, Joe Malone just as a whole doesn't last very long. I don't know if it's something with brands that start with J, because between Joe Malone, John Varvatos, you know, there's a weird issue going on with fragrance brands that start with J. Joe Joe and Tonka by Mer Anthony. Yo, also check out Dry Down Lowdown's channel. Uh, you know, he sent me something, and I'm waiting to use it for the 2K episode. So if y'all could just get me to 2K, so this way I could give him another shout out, I would greatly appreciate it, and he would too, because there will be something done. Yo, Don Chanel, you already know. I'll just, you know, number one, Chanel Allure Homme Sport Extreme. Period. This is my second bottle. I had a 3.4 ounce of the like vintage cologne intense, or whatever they called it. But this version, not no slouch either. I still get a solid 6 hours. The other one was giving me 8. Okay, but we're splitting hairs here. I have Joe Malone, grapefruit, pretty decent longevity and projection. Hey, Remington, great to see you, by the way. But some will last a little bit longer on others, but as a whole, like in comparison to other houses, yeah, no, it's kind of rough. Yeah, Barbados doesn't know. I already know you're number one. We all do. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why it was it. If you've been watching me for at least the last 5 months, then you'll kind of know. But as a whole, it is what it is. Sticks, I appreciate you for stopping by, uh, and knowing what I know. Oh, we have a first time guest here, so I'm gonna just rush to have this really quick.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Good to see you, Jim. How are you doing? Day
Good.
two.
Nice to see you.
I'm maybe more excited doing this than what I was. I mean, than what I was doing the actual list.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was hoping to join earlier. It's just I don't know if it was you. The invite was a little bit off, so I was out at the range busting caps, so I was enjoying myself.
Nice, nice, nice. Now, what kind of caps were you busting here? Were you using a pistol, or were you
Yep.
using a shot? Oh, okay.
Oh
Which
yeah, it
one?
was. Um, well, I've got 750 colognes, and I've got probably about 170 pistols, and
Nice.
so mostly my CZs today. I was kind of going through. So that was fun. In fact, now I got to clean them, so that's never any fun.
Mm.
CCs are a great firearm. I like the PO1 a lot for a compact.
Oh yeah, I've got one of those. In fact, I just started concealing that recently. I got to clean all these things.
Mm.
Nice.
Nice. That's
And then
that's
and
what's
then my friend has the I think it's a competition one, the Shadow 2.0 or something like that.
The Shadow
mm,
2.
Yeah.
Yep, I've got the Shadow 2, the black and blue model.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Awesome.
it's the quality is better than the shooter always.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
The best thing I like about CZs is that it fits your hand like a glove. Just how high that dovetail is on it. So when you touch it, it's almost like it's hooked on your hand in a way.
Oh,
Mm.
absolutely. And do you fire the 1911s very often?
I fired a few, yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, I cut my teeth on them many years ago, and I didn't like them, in my military days, and I didn't realize till like 20 years later. It's like the reason they were so bad is they were so worn, in the inventory.
Mhm.
They were, and then they went to the Berettas, and
Right.
I've got a bunch of Berettas. Love Berettas. I love CZs. Love the 1911s. The polymer guns, not so much. The little
Right.
subcompact micros, but they're easy to conceal. So what the heck.
Yeah.
Right.
No, and I'm in Texas, by the way. We love our guns over here.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I,
Y'all
I'm in Vegas, but I love them just as much.
do. What would y'all were talking about the Shadow? Would you say maybe that would what would be a good like intro, like a first timer, like my first gun, like my little pony, my
First
first
handgun.
yeah.
Is it for, what is it for?
Miniature
Is
gun.
it for like home defense,
Yeah,
or is it
home
for,
defense, not or maybe like practice for a range, but nothing like not like you're looking to become like the next assassin or nothing, but just
I what, as much as I agree with Jim, I like a lot more of the steel guns. Maybe one of
Mhm.
the polymer wonders might be one of your best bet, just for like starting out. And I mean, I'm not saying you can't start out with these other ones, but
Right.
you're going with yes, some of them have a hammer too for these metal ones. So the first shot's gonna be like a double action pull, and then it'll go to single after that. But with the polymer ones, it's there's no hammer, so it's gonna be the same consistent trigger pull over and over. So
One, offhand, I would say something like the Sig Sauer P320. You can get a
that was a great
Gotcha.
one.
compact that's all
Yeah.
around. You can take it to the range. You can carry it. It's home
Hmm.
defense, or you can get something more full size.
Yeah.
I have an M17 and an M18. They're very, very good.
Yeah, I agree with that one. I've actually fired that one. I had that one in the past. I would say that one, what he said, or the H&K VP9 is also a good, great
Gotcha.
trigger on that one also. So
Yeah, it's funny. I've never even fired an H&K, but I've got
Mm.
one on order right now, the HK45.
Mm.
the
So
USP 45.
no, not the USP, the HK45. So it's the
Oh,
45 ACP. It's just I don't know if they make the USP any longer. I think it's maybe at least not in
discontinued.
45. Yeah.
Hmm. Could be. I gotta look that one up. I don't know if I know that one. I know the USP, but I gotta look up the 45.
Yeah.
Mm. Gotcha. Do you like PPK, Jim? James Bond?
The PPK, the Walther PPK,
I
PP.
guess that's the
Yeah,
one that
yeah.
Sticks is talking about.
No, that's another thing. I fired a couple long time ago, and it's funny because it's just something as simple as how it feels in your hand. It could be a wonderfully performing, reliable weapon. If it just doesn't feel well in your hand, you're just not going to like it. And that's kind of
Gotcha.
like I like the CZs, I like the Berettas. They just feel really good in your hand, and that's what matters. What you're comfortable with.
Right,
Right.
right.
Okay, good to know. Just figured we'd do a little intro. Maybe we'll do like a gun and fragrance stream or something down the line. I
Yeah,
would love to have y'all on and discuss a lot more of this for
that would be
sure,
my channel, Guns and Rose
Hey,
Fragrance.
Nice.
Uh,
so Lewis, great to see you. Danimal, great to see
Yeah,
you.
man.
Lewis and Jim, these are first timers here. Danimal's been around a minute, but we
Right.
love him here anyways. Lewis, how's Michael Kors for you doing for
Absolutely
you?
love this. And I was actually thinking about how I would structure this list myself, and I actually think I would put this in there already. Like the first
Hmm.
time, first day cementing it, I'd probably put it in my top 10.
Wow. He's talking about the vintage Michael Kors from Men before it got reformulated, the one from like
Yeah,
2009 that
yeah,
looked like
The,
almost Gucci pour on one.
yeah.
yeah, like the brown juice.
Yeah.
mm, yeah.
It's funny.
It,
is I bought a bottle of that years ago, and at first it was like, well, I really didn't care for it too much, so I left it alone for a while, and then I smelled they had the re-release. It was like Michael for Men or
Yeah.
whatever but it was basically the same thing minus
Mm.
they took out the leather or something and they
They
substituted.
took out the fruit notes as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And I tried it, and I said, "This is horrible." It smelled like cat urine, and I went back. I went back to the old bottle, and I said, "What the hell was wrong with me? You ever have that where it's like, why didn't I love this stuff?" So yeah, I
Yeah.
cherish it. I ordered like 2 backup bottles, so I love that stuff.
Nice one, man.
Well, one of the first fragrances that I remember, like when I smelled and I wasn't a fan of, and then, after as my collection grew and as my nose kind of grew, I definitely became a fan over time. Was the original Fahrenheit. I first sprayed it, I was like, man, I don't know if I can get down with this. And then later on, as I smelled different things, more kind of violet leaf fragrances that I started liking, and then I'm like, man, this smells good, and especially with like if you pull it off with like a leather jacket or something, man, it goes well with it. I don't know.
Do any of you guys know if Fahrenheit is currently very like gasoline or smoky? Because apparently they constantly keep changing it. So I'm not sure where it's at now.
I don't have a current. So my favorite flanker in that whole line is Fahrenheit Le Parfum. I have like 3 bottles of that. But as far as the original, I have so many bottles of. There's a cheap clone of it, but it actually people said it smells like the close to the vintage, and I have them, and they last a decent time. It's the Beverly Hills 90210 metal jeans, I think is what it was called. So
Yeah.
I have a bunch of those because I was it was on Fragrance Net one time, and they were like $7 a pop or something crazy. So like, I only buy a couple of these 100 mLs. So I haven't bought an original in a while. So I can't really speak on that.
Got you. Yeah, Beverly Hills, they do another one that's it's like a clone of Givenchy Gentleman, like the old one. And it's really, really cheap. I was thinking about picking that one up because apparently it smells like it. So
I mean, I was like, my thing was I bought 1 bottle. No, actually I bought like 2, and I was like, for $14, I'm not gonna cry if it's not exactly the same. And it lasted a decent amount of time, and it smelled close. And even some, I remember, what was I doing? I was buying, I think, a phone that day. I was upgrading my phone. I upgraded my phone once every like 20 years. I'm not one of these guys that just gets the newest model every time it comes out. And one of the associates at AT&T was like, "Oh, I like your cologne. It smells very like masculine," is what she said. So I was like, "Oh, thank you." So yeah, I was like, "That's exactly what it is."
Right. Jim, have you?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say Fahrenheit. It's funny because it's like, man, this is just man juice right here. It's just, I just love this stuff. But no one else seemed to really care for it, so I don't wear it that often. However, Fahrenheit Aqua, to me, I've got like 8 backup bottles. That stuff was awesome because
That is.
it's lighter, but it still has a little bit of that DNA, and I can wear that just about anywhere. So that was one I still wear quite often.
That was one of the ones that I was late to the party on because I was like, "Oh, I smelled it. I think I got a sample, and it was really good." And I was like, "Let me look at these bottles," but they're already discontinued, and it was going for like crazy. I'm like, well, there goes that.
A lot of people say, "Well, this isn't Fahrenheit," and I said, "Well, it's Fahrenheit Aqua." But
exactly.
so I can see why it garners its fair share of hate too. But I love it. And the other one was Absolute. When they discontinued that, I bought it, 5 or 6 bottles of that stuff. That stuff's my winter go-to.
I didn't get a chance to smell that one, but I've heard great things about that one. I was just like, again, I late to the party with it, but yeah.
What do you guys think of the current state of Dior? Because obviously we've had things like Fahrenheit, we've had things like Dior Homme, and they've sort of moved away from the daring sort of brave moves, like Fahrenheit smelling like gasoline, Dior Homme using iris in a men's fragrance. We're sort of getting more stripped back, simplistic sort of fragrances now, which are likable. Actually picked up Vanilla Diorama, but what do you guys think about the lack of excitement and creativity in the recent releases?
For me, it sucks because that's my favorite line, the Dior Homme line. Like my favorite, like my top 2 are Dior Homme Parfum and Intense. I still like the original Dior Homme with Iris, and then it kind of goes downhill from there to go like Parfum, probably Intense, original, Sport with Iris. Not so much 2017, but 2000 and what is it, 12 or 13?
Yeah, and 12 was with the Iris, 2012. Yeah.
Right, and then I'll do Dior O, and then finally Cologne, which Cologne doesn't even like really fall into line at all because there's no real
iris in it.
Yeah,
not a bad scent. It's just
yeah, people don't like Sauvage. I like it for what it is. But then the others, they just don't smell the same. I have no interest in them. It's like they put a department store DNA, and it's just very, very unexciting. However, I really have been a fan of the Privé line. But likewise, it's like a few years ago, it's like they got rid of like the Lock collection or some they kept, and the ones they kept were reformulated. Then they called it the Christian Dior line. So to me, that was a bigger disaster. I really don't care for that at all. And even people who have Feb Delicious or whatever the hell it's called, the Feber, it just doesn't perform like it used to. So overall, I'm not happy about the direction they're going right now.
Agreed.
Same. I will say though, as far as where they are going, I need to see whatever Maison Francis does with with this first release will tell like, okay, are we going back to what was or are we staying with what is? And if it's what is, then I'll be disappointed. But if we're going back to even if he does something even like the Oud Silk Mood, Oud Satin Mood, even though everyone didn't like those fragrances as much, I actually enjoyed them. So even just seeing something like that will be like, okay, you're at least trying to break the mold again and reset. So
I hear he's going to release an Office for Men.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
But Joe, remember, Francis Kurkdjian actually made Eau Noir for Dior in 2004.
That's true.
So he's already proven he can do something great for Dior, and to go against that would be a difficult move on his part. So let's see if he can keep going with good releases.
Hopefully, I hope so. Especially, I mean, it also too, you gotta think the designer realm is different from his niche market. Like he can't charge, the 200, because even Eau Noir was still a Privé fragrance, which you get the luxury of charging, $300-400, better materials, everything else. Now you're actually talking about designer realm of things, so you're not gonna have the same great material, but you can still make something good. I mean, you made Le Mans and Fleur de Mans, so. It's possible.
I saw the other day. I did some like fragrance sniffing. I went to I think it was Nordstrom or something, or a dealer. Knows like a dealer's department store because they had a lot of designers, but they had some niche stuff, just like PDMs and stuff like that. And so I sprayed Dior Homme 2020 again on a piece of paper or on a test strip. And obviously, when it initially came out, I was super disappointed because I was like, expecting the iris like everyone else was, and you're like, what the hell is this? And then you know what? And I give it a chance because as its own like standalone, even though it's still in that line. And I was like, in the opening and stuff, it smells good. It gives you like some Bleu de Chanel-esque dry down vibes. But then it's like the longer it sat on that paper, it dried out to this weird like almost like musk. Like it'd be like it reminds me of like. And I kept coming back to it just to see if it would change, and it didn't. So, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know if that's because it's on paper. Maybe it's different on skin, but it reminds me when you put on like a deodorant under your arms, but not like a clear stick, like one of those gel ones. And then after a while, you know how it gets kind of like, it kind of maturates, I guess, under your arms. It kind of reminded me of that kind of like smell, and I was like, what the fuck is this? So I don't know if I'm a fan of it. I'm hoping that just the paper doesn't turn like that on skin, but.
Maybe that's what they were going for, Dan, to smell like sweaty armpits.
They're trying to keep it somewhat interesting and niche by doing that.
Right.
Do you know what it smells like to me? It smells like the 2017 version of Dior Homme Sport with loads of ISOE Super, so loads of synthetic woods. That's what it smells like to me.
Right.
Hey Joe.
Yes.
Look what I have on my desk. I'm wearing. I don't know if you can see that.
I can in 2 seconds. I already knew what it was. I just wanted to make sure everybody else knew what it was.
It was the Signature Noir you sent me a while back.
Yeah, definitely. Jim had won a giveaway that I did during like the 4th of July time of last year. I forgot why I did it. I think I just did it because it was like, hey, I'm generous right now. Let's do something. But I gave away a 4-pack. This is when Rosé had just been released, so it has Noir, Rosé, Royale, and Signature. So how are you how are you liking Noir? I mean, clearly you've won a good amount, but how are you liking Noir, Jim?
Oh, I like them all. There's the other one that was my favorite. Damn, it's not the signature. It's another one. I can't remember the name. So that one I definitely that's on a list to buy a bottle. The others I like them all. You know, it's kind of like you really like it, and it's like, well, should I buy a bottle? And you're kind of like waiting to get there. So
Right.
yeah, but I'll have to go pull up the other bottle, the other tester, because that one's almost empty, and I like that one a lot. So yeah, I like them all. It just depends, what you're going to spend your money on.
Mm-hmm. And actually, I think too, when I did that, I'm not 100% sure. Correct me. I think I was able to send you off with the three Zeds also, which those have been since sold out. So that's like they came in three smaller vials than what those bottles came in. I think so. You had at least at the time access to the entire line. I think that was my intention to send that to you that
I
way.
feel
So.
I feel special. Yeah.
Hey, long time sub, special privilege, unaverage privileges, So
Yeah.
I appreciate you for.
I'm just gonna pull that up here. I just can't remember the name of it.
Mhm.
Oh, I think it was the Brass and Soul. That's the one I'm gonna
Okay,
order.
yeah, part of the Zeds. Yeah, absolutely. That was
Or as I
unfortunate.
call it, ass and balls.
Hey, I love that remix name. Absolutely. We're talking about basement over business. Yo, Rudy, you you wild, bro. But speaking of signatures and everything, since I have some new people here, so this way everyone could kind of get to know you a little bit more. And since Jim was the first one to come on, Jim, what would be your signature scent like for people to kind of know you a little more? What's your like absolute one bottle go
Oh,
to?
that's not happening. I
Oh, it's
got
not
like
happening.
it's got yeah. I learned long ago my signature scent is what I like for that time or that season or whatever
That's
time.
good.
But yeah, I would have for a long time I would have said it was a Ventus. But
Gotcha.
I had like one of these jugs, flacon of Aventus.
Mm-hmm.
It was 1,000 milliliters or 100 whatever it
Fuck
was.
you know.
But it was like 2012 vintage,
Oh,
whatever. Yeah, this stuff was great. It had
the
that
good
smoky
stuff.
birch accord, and it's like, man, it hit you with the fruits and the smoky birch, and it was just fantastic. Like literally, I'd go into a room and someone would say, "Oh, what is that? Who smells so good?"
Mm-hmm.
And the newer stuff, it still smells good, but honestly, it doesn't smell that much better than some of the clones you get, like your Insurrection
Right.
Pure and the Mont Blanc emblem, and I just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I used the last drops up about 2-3 years ago, and I just can't justify rebuying it. So
Yeah.
that was it. But another one I really wore the hell of for a long time. I would have said it would be a signature was Chanel, the Sport O Extreme,
Mm-hmm.
Allure Sport O Extreme, but that's been reformulated too.
It
Yeah,
has.
Has it?
and it still smells the same, but it doesn't perform. It's like literally
Exactly.
2 hours later. I used to go into a room and people say,
What?
"Oh, who smells so great?" And I like now it's like if I put it on, they'll say, "Oh, who still smells so great?" And 5 minutes later, no one can smell you. So
Right. Right.
If I can answer the question voluntarily too, for me it'd be hard because I have a pretty big collection. I like when Jim says he has 700 because I think I'm close to the 400 mark myself. So
You are.
it's nice to know I'm not alone. But for me, the one that I always go back to, and even when I'm in stores, because I only pull it out on special occasions, because I mean it gets really hot here, so I kind of try to maintain that season, wear the right fragrance for the season thing, but also because I don't want to wear it out. But I know I'll never be tired of it, and I just keep whenever I have it on my hand or wherever I spray, I keep sniffing over and over. Is Oud Wood by Tom Ford. I just love that scent profile. I don't know, like there have been things that say they smell like it, but none of them are exactly like that. And I don't know. I never get tired of that scent.
I bought a bottle of that some years ago, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it really smells great. It's like 2 hours later, couldn't smell it. So I took it
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
I took it back, and I can't remember what did I get. I got Noir.
I have
Mm.
that one too. Yep.
Yeah, and it's okay. I guess I just didn't love it as much, so it's okay. But
Mm.
Next on the list, I was going to buy a Plum Japanese, and
Mm.
I think Joe, you probably did a review of it a long time ago,
Long
and
time ago.
yeah, and I was like, and then it's like I just kind of put it down on the back burner, and I went back a couple years, and it's discontinued, and I could kick myself because I smell that, and it's like, man, why did I ever get noir instead of the the Plum Japanese? So
Yeah, that was such a good one. That was
The crazy part is both of the ones I'm kind of like a deal searcher when it comes to scents. So obviously, we know about discounter sites, but I go and offer up a lot because there's a lot of people on there that aren't like fragrance enthusiasts. They'll have a fragrance, they might have a niche one and they just don't like it, and they'll sell it. So I picked up Noir de Noir, the 50 ml for like, it was like $80 to $100, and of course I verified that it was legit by using Check Fresh, and it had actual batch and stuff. So I was like, I can't get mad about that. And then the Oud Woods, I had a coworker, she was a female that had it, and she thought it was too masculine for her. She got it received it as a gift, so she kind of sold it to me for around the same price. I want to say it was like around $100 for a 50 ml of Oud Wood. I have 2 of them now, but yeah. So it's like, like finding the deals was like, I can't ever get too mad about having these scent profiles for that price point. You know what I mean?
It's too masculine. She should smell tobacco vanille. Love that,
Yeah,
but literally people would say, "Man, who smells so strong?" And that's with like 2 or 3 sprays. So I literally I wore the hell out of what was it? Eau de Beau. Because it was a similar scent profile, but it was really toned down.
Yeah, I've had that. Yeah.
From a L'Occitane.
Yep,
Yeah, I got 2 bottles of that too. Yeah, I love that stuff. It's like that. It's like a spicy vanilla, almost spicy woodsy vanilla type of thing.
Yeah, like a
herbal vanilla.
Yeah, like a woodsy vanilla tobacco, spicy.
Right.
It's just really it just says like, hey, I'm a dude. And it's
yeah.
What about you, Lewis? Because I know you the answer because I just spoke to you about it, but let the people know, especially because you got the channel, want to get this channel going and growing.
Hell yeah. Hey, I'm loving that.
Look at this one. Look at that, baby.
Hell yeah.
So these 2 empty bottles here, this is Dior Homme Intense 2007. So this is the very first formulation. I got through these 2. Absolutely loved it. It was like vanilla, chocolate, and iris. Very strong, very powdery, very sweet. Almost like this thick, sweet cloud around you. Absolutely loved it. Fell in love with it. I didn't always like iris, but I fell in love with it. I couldn't find any more of those. They're very hard to find. This is the 2011 version. This is not as strong as the original 2007 one. The original, the iris is so strong, and the 2011 it's not as strong. But when I sprayed the 2007 and the 2011, one on each hand, they basically smell the same after a few minutes. They're pretty much identical, which is impressive because the notes are a little bit different. Like there's not a lot of vanilla in this one, but it's pretty much the same fragrance, and I wear it all the time. I'm halfway through my 3rd bottle, and that's why I got this big, huge 2011 version, just so I have it always. Absolutely love it. It's just like a sweet, chocolatey iris. So unique, and it just can't even put into words how much I love it. If I could just have one fragrance, that would be my one fragrance, and I wear it in the heat as well.
Yeah. You're preaching to the choir, man, because I have 7 to 8 backup bottles of Dior Homme Intense. I'm a fucking lunatic. So
yeah, I love it.
Fire all day.
And I don't mind wearing the heat. Like if I do heat up and it starts projecting, I just enjoy it. All the chocolate starts coming out quicker. It's all good all year round.
No, man, I agree with you. Sometimes, and usually I'm in climate controlled weather too, because I'm here in Vegas, so it's really hot. But going in and out of places, so if I like it, I'll wear it. I try to stick to the rules, but sometimes I'm like, I'm not gonna wait because winter here isn't super long in terms of like months out of the year, so it's just like kind of wear what I like. But I remember one time early in the fragrance journey, when I started in, I was always over like I always like the sweeter, gourmand, deeper scents versus the fresh, right? So I remember I was working retail and going to college here in town, and in the summertime, I worked at an outlet mall. I was like close by here, and I bought Angel Man, and I was wearing that like a fucking savage in like the 110, 115 degree weather. I was like, it smells like in my head. I'm thinking like it smells good, but something's off, and it's like it was cloying is what's off because it's so damn hot, and I'm wearing this in like 110 plus degree weather. So
yeah, go for it. That's what I say.
Yeah. Joe, you muted.
I realized that it alerted me. I do want to do some surface level things really quick. One, shouts out to Juan over at Fatboy Fragrances. Check out his channel. Check out his store, Fatboy Fragrance Reviews, Fatboy Fragrance Decants. Thank you for the $5 working and lurking. There's the link right there to Lewis's channel. LX has already subscribed.
Appreciate it, bro.
If you like actual authentic content, and he does like a lot more than like different late brands. You know, he talks about Jovoy. You know, it's been a while, Jim, since you and I heard the name Jovoy around Fragcom. So, you know, the link is posted right there. He went to Jovoy and actually like did like a mini vlog thing. And yeah, Eau de Beau has definitely been reformed. They got new labels too, and it doesn't look the same, and it's unfortunate. Rest in peace to the good old days, or the golden era, as Joey Cannoli would say. But what would be some things that y'all are maybe looking forward to getting? Maybe like what's maybe like the next bottle, Jim?
Well, I'll tell you what I recently picked up, and because two factors really, just well, it's spring fling time, you know. It's like in the spring I usually go out and buy a lot of stuff, and I try to look for cheapies just because if I don't like it, I can give it to a nephew or something. But you remember when Oud Kadim was popular a few years back?
Mm-hmm. Sure do.
What is it? Junaid Jamshed, or now that's called J. Perfumes. But
right.
So I had a few bottles I picked up a few years ago, and I liked them. This one I really like. But Jeremy was doing a bit on this. He's been pushing this Janan Sport.
Nice.
Yeah. So I ordered a bottle of this, and man, this is just an awesome Ventus cologne. It's just fantastic. It's really good. Well received, well complimented. That's what I just get recently within the last couple of weeks picked up. And then I picked this one up from him called Defender.
Hold on. Let me zoom in. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom in on you right now.
Yeah. Well, I got to get a better camera.
No, you good. You came in clear. I see it.
It's called Defender. It's got these cool little swords and stuff, and yeah, it's more of a darker, you know, spicy evening type scent. I like it, but my wife really loves this stuff for some reason. So they're worth checking out. This definitely, I highly recommend if you're looking for a much cheaper, really a good performing springtime fragrance. This is really good.
How much is it?
I'm thinking it was in that $40 price range.
Gotcha.
You can check it out.
Okay. What about you, Lou?
To be honest with you, I've got no full bottle purchases planned. What I'm doing right now is revisiting a lot of the stuff that I've tried in the past. I've got a list of 100 fragrances on Fragrantica that I've tried in the past and actually really liked, and I'm sort of you know, and considering I'm reviewing now, I want to get more samples so I can review them on the channel. So I'm just sort of slowly but surely working my way through that list. I want to try At the Barbers by Maison Margiela. That just sounds really appealing to me. I just want to see what that's like. So I'll buy a sample of that soon. But yeah, just lots of samples recently.
Got you. And Danimal, if you're with us, let me know. I know you just made a purchase, but outside of that, and if you want to let me know what the purchase was, but what do you have planned?
Absolutely. So I recently just bought it for sniffing a few times, realizing I like it so much more. Like I know we've talked about it before. I bought from Parfums de Marly, I bought Percival recently, and I was gonna tell you this, like. I've smelled it again recently. When I told you I got the Dior 2020 that day, and I was kind of testing it out, and I resprayed Percival as well. And in you know how people are like, it smells like Fierce, it smells close to Fierce. And in my head, I'm like, I'm going off of what I'm thinking, but not what I'm actually smelling, because I've smelled quite a bit. I'm like, and so I put the Fierce thought process away, and I'm like, this isn't Fierce. I'm like, I've smelled something similar to this. What is this? Like, what is this? It's not Fierce. And I'm like, oh, duh. And I say that because this fragrance is one of the ones I had as a signature scent before I started, collecting more than one fragrance at a time. And that
Right.
was Platinum Egoist from Chanel. I'm like, this is closer to Platinum Egoist to me than it is Fierce. And I like that because it's not, although it's not a direct clone of it, I like
Right.
Platinum Egoist. That's one of the fragrances I'll always like and always probably have in my collection. So it was an easy one for me. Like, oh, yeah, that's why I like it. So I ended up picking it up because I like that scent profile. You know.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
then I also picked up something else the other day because I found a good price on it, and this kind of shows you my almost like diversity in taste, if that's what you want to call it. So we talked
Hmm.
about some niche, some great scents like Dior 2020, or I mean Dior Intense. I'm sorry. And
Right.
then for the other day, I found a tester for $50 at shout out to Joe Shop that Joe told me about. I went on there and picked up Phantom by Paco Rabanne because I had a sample of it and I wore it over the summer while I was out and about. And I like sweeter scents like gourmands and things like that. It's not a gourmand, but and I was like, it's pretty decent. I was like, even discounted around $80. I'm like, nah, I don't like it that much. And then I was like, oh, $50 for like $49.99 for a tester. I was like, I can swing that. So I picked that up
Yeah.
too.
Got you.
Right. Absolutely.
So,
This was definitely, this is, as Mr. Miami Cuddle says, a real fragrance stream. This is refreshing to have something like that. But
Shout out to Neil, by the way.
yeah,
Like, he's a legend.
shout out to Neil Cuddle's crew. Shouts, I know Bay Rum is his favorite fragrance of all time. I'm joking, although it's a really good fragrance according to him. But he wishes there was more lime. I'll see how that is. But in the meantime, I do want to say thank you to Jim for stopping by. It's definitely good to like meet you and like be here. Like I feel like I met a legend today because I've
I've
been
seen Jim in
talking.
the comments of a lot of videos. Jim,
same,
in the comments,
same,
yeah.
same. And I was always wondering, I'm like, he was consistent. You look when you see those people that are consistent enough where you're like, it just seems like one of the regulars, and he is one of the regulars. So it's finally
Yeah, for
Mhm.
cool
sure.
to
Yeah.
actually see who he is.
Mm.
No, I appreciate that seriously, and I mean
Oh,
just
thank
in
you.
general, subbing to me, been around the support. Like I said, I actually mean that. Like it means a lot. So I appreciate you, and then coming on today was just amazing. I look forward to having you on more. And under more time, we could talk more and whatever. So I just look forward to that. Lou, I appreciate you, of course, too.
Yeah, man.
You super chatted, but even if you didn't, just the banter, engaging here, Joey's channel. Which,
Yeah,
by the way, check out I am Joey Canoli's channel. He's not here right now, but I'm still gonna plug him because he's my bro.
for
Uh,
sure.
and yeah, man, just y'all check out Lou. I've left the link there, but I'll go ahead and just drop it one more time because I am actually about building up new channels. And
Thanks, Joe.
no problem, bro. Just keep doing your thing, keep thriving. You're making great content.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Don't stress yourself out about it. Just make it when you can, and you'll be just fine. Right, Jim? Like that's kind of like how a lot of these channels like fell apart was just because they were like, I gotta do it, I gotta do it, I gotta
Yeah.
be, and then
Oh, I tell people, because people say, "Why don't you review?" And I said, "It's a shitty job that nobody appreciates." But I definitely appreciate it, everything that everyone does on a reviewer side. But yeah, it's like I'll see people and it's like, man, they're new on here and they're just pumping out these videos, reviews. I said, dude, chill out. Just get to it when you can, or else you're
Right.
just gonna get burnt out. You're gonna have too many commitments, and you're just gonna say, I've had enough of this stuff. So.
Mm.
Jim, I agree. A lot of our friends are this close group where I was like, hey, why don't you start a channel and this and that? And I'm like, my whole thing was like, I, I don't think fragrance reviewers are lying in terms of not in terms of what they like or don't like, but what they smell. Because when they smell something, okay, I smell something, but it's an aroma chemical. I can't tell you, oh yeah, this you got a prominent note of kiwi and then this and that, and I'm like, how the fuck do I know that? Like, how do I know what aroma
Right.
chemical kiwi smells like or this and that? So I just feel like I'd be bullshitting if I'm somehow going like, yeah, I really get the black currant in this. It's like, do I really know what that smells like, or am I just reading lines? You know what I mean? So it's just like that was my thing. I just couldn't, you know. I like to make it like if I reviewed ever, I want to make it as easy to understand the note as possible. And if I'm
Yeah.
just reading off names of notes to you, which you've never smelled in real life, then it's like I don't think that really helps you or not.
Yeah. Well, I just like to have fun with this stuff. I mean, it's a hobby. I mean, for most people, the thing that really turns me off, though, is man, when people are trying to push something, and that really turns me off. They're trying to sell you something. It's like, dude, just give me the honest, take on this thing. Don't try to sell me on this. And
Right.
and if you don't like it, you're not going to hurt my feelings. So many people, and the women are fine. If you say I don't like this fragrance, women are fine with it. But if a guy says, I don't like this cologne, someone always gets butthurt, and I never understood why.
This is for Eugene.
Exactly. Yeah, shout out to Eugene. Yeah, about that.
Yeah, because as soon as I started watching Eugene, I actually got into Guerlain and Mitsuko and all kinds of different, the Chanel Les Exclusives. I actually found all of that stuff from Eugene. So shout out to him and his streams. I used to watch his streams with Rich Mitch. Well, I still do when I can. But shout out to him because my taste really changed. And I tried loads of new things thanks to Eugene. So shout outs.
Absolutely.
That's
Shouts
Eugene.
out.
That's
Eugene is you smells good. Check out his channel in the comments.
He's writing in Sorry, I was like, he's writing. See, that's in servo creation. It's like Daniel, you fucker, like something along those lines.
Oh damn!
But not in a bad way. It's like you're busting your balls type of way.
Got you. Okay, well, either way, shouts out to Eugene. All right, you smells good. Check his channel out. The man, actually, honestly, in my opinion, runs the #1 fragrance live stream. Period. Because top to bottom, nobody conducts a better fragrance live stream. Rich Mitch, great fragrance live stream, but hasn't been doing it as long. Got to give credit where credit is due. So shouts out to Eugene. Can you unblock me? It is not towards me. So luckily, I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, y'all. Like I said, lots of stuff down the line. Sunday, I have the live with Sarah. Monday, I have the Zherzhov giveaway. Somewhere shortly after that, hopefully, I'll be at 2K. I'm currently about maybe 275 subs away. So there's that. Yeah, definitely. And I appreciate everyone who stopped by. Lewis and Juan, thank you for the super chats. And Jim, like I said, you're welcome anytime. I know you're busy, but thank you just so much for taking time today to do it.
Well, thank you. I'll remember those words when you get to know me a little bit better.
Listen. I'm sure I'm okay. After all, we do hang around the cannolis, and we're a pit of vipers, as one person once said. So I think we'll be okay otherwise. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead, go make me some dinner, and then get ready for Joey Cannoli's show later. So y'all take care. Y'all have a good one. I'm just gonna take 2 seconds to drop this link one more time in case somebody wants to come backstage. But otherwise, we are done here. Hope you all enjoyed. If you're watching this on Backplay, let me know what some of your all-time fragrance scents are, and leave that in the comments down below. Thank you all for watching. My name is Joe. This is Lewis. That's Jim. There's Danimal. We will see you all later. No outro this time. We're just gonna wrap this up.